What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you OneHive War Recap from the Champions War League, week number, I think we're on 11. No, 12. Whatever. The week that it's supposed to be. OneHive versus 3pointpark. The final score is going to be at most 87 to 84, but OneHive did secure the victory. Unfortunately, I can't do a final 30-minute video because this war was pretty much decided with about 45 or 50 minutes left. And I don't know if that AFC and NFC championship games had something to do with that, with people like trying to get their attacks in, but there's no need for a 30-minute video and showing like attacks that don't matter. So my bad. That's the reason why there isn't a 30-minute video. The recap will definitely cover it though. Breakdown was 3, 9, and then the rest to fill. Shout out to 3pointpark. They did. Right now they're going for 11 on 11s because they do have one more Town Hall 10 remaining, I believe. Nope. Did I miss it? No. They're going for 11 on 11 triples now, seeing how there's nothing yet to double on the Town Hall 10s. And they did manage to get Cass, so nice job out to them. Knuckles, in fact, the guy that's attacking right now. They did not clear all the Town Hall 10s and won't clear all the Town Hall 10s. They did, however, clear all the Town Hall 9s. There was one 10 on 10 3-star. The rest were dips. And then we'll see how that comes out for OneHive. Top 3 11s were doubled. We did go for an 11 on 11. Right there you can see Roddick getting a 62%. It was unfortunate because he misplaced one hound, and that's all it takes, you know. So it got really close, but the one misclick of the hound going to an air defense that wasn't intended to, it was at the beginning or the start, and we see that their 11-11 second attempt, Knuckles didn't quite get it, but he did clear the first one. But that was the reason why Vincent didn't get his 11-11-3. Good try, though. And then for the 10 on 10s, we cleared all the 10s and all the 9s. The 9s, the 9v9s, 3pointpark did quite well. They had some scouts for 10s, and so did OneHive. Beer runs, there was 3 for OneHive. Those will come in separate videos. We have Mike, Jake the Rake, and myself. And then you can take a look at their side right down here by Queen Labifa, which I love that name. But there's some beer runs on their end as well. Early ones too. Stitch and Latch or Lake also had beer runs on their side. So it was pretty even war all the way down. But it came down to 10s and 11s as most wars do. That'll start us off with the first 10 on 10. Anir, who actually had a not a beer run, but a 6-pack. He had 2, 3 10v10s, but they weren't fresh hits. However, that's still quite an accomplishment to do. 10 on 10, both hits, clearing down in a Champions War League. Anir is Vincent's mini. He has a Town Hall 10 like this. That's a mini. I find that funny. And to basically, some things need to be said about Anir, which I agree with. Or Vincent, somebody put in the chat, I think it was Pero, he said there can only be one OP-ness at any given time. One that carries the title, right? The one that is OP. And right now, that man is Vincent. I would have to agree. He is really just, we're going to see 2 of his 10 on 10s. Air attacks, both of them. Really, really nice. There's definitely up his alley and not what he feels like. And they're not walks. They're basically just straight up loon pathing, royal pathing on what to get, and then understanding how to lallow the base. And then Vincent, of course, he quite regularly can pull down an 11 on 11. We were quite certain that he was going to get at least one with this war, but unfortunately all it takes is one misclick of a hound not going to that first air defense that you want to, and then that's that. As we take a look here, that he basically bum rushes the no freezes. He bum rushes all the infernal towers using rage and haste to quickly get him over there. And I believe this one they actually didn't even go according to plan. As you take a look at that loon on the infernal tower right now, it does not bring it down. See, it stays up right there. So now he has no tankage, but he has a wad of loons and still a wizard tower, one unbroken hound that is wounded, and some Larrys that are irritating the pack as well. So this one wasn't like a clear-cut sure thing. He had to basically adjust on the fly by holding that rage as long as he did, to adjust, make sure that he was able to get back over there. And then he gets a nice split as we go to ×2 right here. Right here, one loon trails off to the right. That's a good split right there. I mean, that really helped ensure that he didn't have to fight the clock. I believe he had about 15 seconds left in order to pull down this 3, which is really, really nice. At the last moment, the hound finally bust, and we got some suicide minions here that are going to try to ninja the 3. Nice job, Anir. Let's continue to go down for 10 on 10. We have Yudi on God of War. By the way, God of War had a really nice attempt on Perils Base that got a 98%. Was a really nice walk. Really great plan that involved him basically healing his healers to continue his walk. And of course, a split hero. Doing a walk, clearing away some part of the base, and then a really late jump and suicide BK to get like an Infernal Tower. I really like that. I'm sure to be covered on somebody's channel showing their attacks on us. But Queen walk to the right, just with the golem, no walk or anything like that. Just the golem to walk around. He's going to stay on this wall into while she works her way all the way around. And you can see how that's done. Yudi taking the page out of Chris's playbook with dragons. A Dragoon Town Hall 10. Those maxed, what do you call? I don't know what level they are, but these wizard towers, they're maxed for Town Hall 10. Those things hit freaking hard, man. Those are definitely not fun to go up against. So elongates the walk here by putting his BK down to tank for his queen so that she can continue to walk over. As pretty soon this cannon's going to redirect as soon as that golem bust. There it goes. Really good value, the complete use of that golem before it broke, before the cannon retargets and starts hitting the queen. And then just comes out of sight, only to come back into sight of the cannon. But we'll get the second air defense, and is only, all air defense is gone. I had 2 Infernal Towers left, but they're set to multi, and I've said before in other videos, dragons versus multi-Inferno is a good thing. Dragon versus single target Inferno is a bad thing, usually. So really nice. Just sweeps the back end here because most of the air point defense is gone. Once he can breeze through the Infernal Tower, brings a freeze just for insurance purposes, brings it down, gets full use of it, and then heals the dragons back up for that tankage and overwhelming power, and got 2 loons for the back end, which you'll see him drop right here. Nice job, Yudi. Oh, he bags loons. I'm sorry. Swags out loons. Okay, back out here. Let's continue on the 10 on 10 journey. Let's look at, is he going to go for 11 on 11? Nope, going to go in for a dip. But why that's important is tiebreakers. You know, stars mean something, accumulative stars in the CWL. So I don't blame them for going for that attack right there. All right, so we have Yudi, and now we have Anir's second 10 on 10. Doing a Vabolo, or a Vabolalo rather. Bowlers on the bottom left, wizard, and a minion on the far left as well on that barracks. And then we have a wizard on the far right with the funnel. So the bowler got a funnel, minion for time. There's not a lot of air targeting defenses or traps on the left. And look at that wizard on the far right at the 3 o'clock position, getting the air defense after the funnel all by itself. Talk about a huge return on investment for a funneling troop, 4 troop space, to get the funnel as well as a pivotal defense, such as an air defense, especially this day and age of the game. And you see that minion on the left there, really well placed and scouted. It's continuing to take away time while he continues with his main attack. And with the queen done, queen left for a queen pop. Air defense is gone, and an Infernal Tower gone. He can then ladle this base here while there it is right there. Rage is down. Hound bust. Larrys are down. And you look how they all just go straight for that queen. It is also being erased by the splash damage of that wizard tower, but she does go down to it. And then the pups come up behind us to make sure that they go down, stand in the rage as well. And now they're locked on 2. Unfortunately, the Hound Loon from the CC, though. But with a wad of loons remaining and 1 haste, it doesn't matter that he can overwhelm whatever bases are left here. You can see how that's done. Especially ending on a wizard tower. That's how close this was. Look at these minions on the back end coming to help. 2 loons survive. Really, really close. And then, of course, the lava pup busts and then starts to take away his cleanup troops. It's pretty close right there. But he has just enough juice to overpower it and take down the 3. Nice job, Anir, or Vincent. Whoop. Forgot about that up there. That just tells you how much he wasn't fighting the clock. Okay, we can back out of here, and I got 1 left. And then we can call it a video, and that will be Atoma. As for the 9s, it's what you would expect. Just a lot of... you know what? With the sake of this video and time, I'm going to show you 1 Town Hall 9. One of them. It was my favorite of the war. And then the rest is pretty much what you would expect. Just a lot of air. There was one base that gave us a little bit of trouble. You know, we had to hit it about, I think it was 5 times. It was one base. 5 total or 6 total required more than 1 hit. But there was usually it was cleaned up pretty easy. I think there was only 2 bases that required more than 2 hits. But 1 for sure needed 6. I know that. So the Queen Walk, as we slow it down to regular speed here, gets the Infernal Tower and continues its way. Continues the Queen Walk way to get the Sweeper and 2 air defenses as well. Leaves the Queen for the end because he's going to basically suicide his BK in there with a few Valkyries as well. And you can see that they just basically quickly get in there, especially under rage, and take care of not only the Queen, but some Wizard Towers as well, which is only helps his Lalo portion with. He has 13 Loons and 2 Hounds to Lalo. Basically 2 air defenses. You'll see how he does that here. And 1 Infernal Tower. So here he starts it here on the top left. We can zoom in a little bit here because that BK is done. Targeted Loons, 2 per defense. Haste in the right spots. And then that Hound will traverse over to the last air defense. He's already started the rest of his Loons on the right. To bum rush the Infernal Tower. Then the Hound still unbroken. It would be nice if that Hound gets out in front of the Wizard Tower. Just a little bit. It'll pop. And then he kills the Wizard Tower, which helps his cleanup troops. And he already started the cleanup with his minions on the back right-hand corner. You can see that. He still has a Queen Walk going on, though. And he wasn't really fighting the clock on this. So we go to times 2, because I do want to show you that Town Hall 9 raid. Because it's something different. Nice job, Atoma. Great job to all of OneHive 10s and 11s, man. And then, of course, the 9s for, quickly cleaning up the bottom half of the map so that we can get those scouts in. It was LB. LB had a really nice attack. It's a cleanup attack, but I'm telling you, it was worth it. So, 7 Larry spells, a rage, and a haste. Kind of like Goat, where I put that video out there. 8 skeletons and 1 rage. Where here we have 7. I'm going to zoom in right here. You guys can see how that's done. Got some structures that are touching. So rather than committing all his spells there, what he really needs is the CC, the Queen, and the air defense. Some people were not aware that if you destroyed the clan castle before aggroing it, meaning coming within this circle, whatever troop is in there is now gone from the raid. It will never come out. So with the 7 skeleton spell and rage investment to get that CC out of the way, and an air defense and a pivotal defensive troop like a queen, he can then start his suicide royals on the left, get some air targeting defenses like Teslas, and it's a cleanup, so you know the Tesla farm was there. Some point defenses for the air like archer towers, and then he's going to lallow the base with 3 hounds, but he's not going to fight the sweeper at all. For the most part, you'll see how he does that. He's got 1 haste for basically this section. There's no air targeting defenses on the bottom left. It's all about the right-hand side of the base. So that haste is just for this first sweeper. And then 1 loon gets there, finishes off the job. And then they start heading over that way. You can see this loon right here that he dropped to take care of those non-air targeting defenses. The cannons on the bottom left. Pulled the little traps with it as well. Got 6 minions for cleanup on the back end. You can see that he's already started to drop some of those. He still has an unbroken hound. With a water loons coming in on really two targets that won't keep up with that. There's no way. The only thing that would pose a threat now, believe it or not, is these Larrys that are irritating the loons because there's no minions or pups to help shave them off. But now they do. They come over here. I just really like that raid. I really think that's nice. Great use of the skeleton spell. And you can see just how OP it is right here. Nice job, Lord Byron, and way to finish this. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the raids and the talkie points. War results, final score 87-83, total destruction 95-94. Once again, shout out to 3pointpark. Great war, guys. Respect out to you guys. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than the double. And now we'll check you next time.